Trash After Dark, episode 295. Frank. My name is Eric.
I'm his partner, Jason.
How you doing, Jason?
I feel kind of cozy and sexy.
Well, you should, because you are.
I know.
We're all sexy. Hello, my babies.
Yeah. We have no lights on.
Yeah, we do.
Or yeah, we don't. I don't know.
Well, there are some lights.
Oh yeah, in the other room.
Yeah. My trusty little lamp, the bulb went out. And it is like one of the few light fixtures in my house that uses the old-timey bulb.
Oh, like the ones like in cartoons when someone has an idea.
Yeah. And the rest of all my lights have the curly Q.
Right.
Pig penis, whatever. Or is it duck penis? That's a corkscrew.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've had
Somebody's
either.
penis is a corkscrew. And that's what my light bulbs look like.
So that's why we're in sexy mode.
Yeah, we are.
Because we've been thinking about animal penis. It always turns us on. Yeah.
So it's dark in here. We are lit by the light of the other room and my monitors.
The ambiance.
It is very ambient.
Yeah. I feel like we're staying up late and we shouldn't be, or
right?
something.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that would make this better, blanket fort.
Blanket fort, and maybe gummy snacks.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of gummy snacks.
I'm
Never
not
had
either.
them either.
I like Sour Patch Kids.
Sure.
But the traditional just gummy that's shaped like whatever.
Yeah. Gummy bears, gummy worms.
No.
Go fuck yourselves.
No. Oh, the Gummy Bears cartoon.
Sure.
No, that's good.
I mean, I wish I had some gummy berry juice.
I don't know if I'd drink the juice, but I do love that show.
Really? You wouldn't want to be able to bounce for great distances at great heights?
It seems like you can't control it, though. Like, what's the old wizard gummy, tummy gummy, or...
I don't know.
He seems like he can't control his...
He's got Alzheimer's.
When he's on the juice. On that gummy berry juice. Man, Duke Eggthorn and Toady. What a great show.
Wow.
Grandma Gummy.
I have a terrible memory anyway, so I don't remember any of this.
I haven't.
Other than you're lucky you got gummy berry juice out of me.
Oh. Gummy bears. Well, we finally got to watch Frank.
We did it!
Finally.
We made it!
We didn't think we were going to, because we tried once and failed.
Yep. Are you talking about the original time, or are you just talking about this week alone?
Yeah, twice now, yeah. Yeah. It's twice.
Yeah, we got it. We made it, folks. We survived.
It happened.
We watched Frank.
Yeah. Should we talk about Frank?
I guess we should. Is it the darkness that's throwing you off?
Yeah, I think so. That or I just keep thinking about gummy bears.
Right. You wish you had some?
Bouncing here and there and everywhere.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, we watched Frank finally.
Mm-hmm.
It's a comedy of sorts.
Right.
Yeah. That's mostly funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so.
About a band full of quirky characters who all come together to make terrible music.
Yeah.
And they are fronted by a gentleman wearing a giant plaster head.
Mm-hmm. With a face. It's like a human face. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a humanized face. But it is it's like a mascot head, but
Yeah. Like a kind of like a normal. Well, not a normal. I mean, it's like a dude.
yeah,
It's not like an animal.
no,
or,
yeah.
It looks like something from a Devo album, maybe.
Maybe.
Something with that hair.
It's like the Pringles mascot without the mustache. or the
Yeah.
monocle.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I kind
Wait,
of.
does Pringles mascot wear a monocle?
He does now. If he
Okay,
doesn't,
alright,
he
yeah.
should.
I may have started to get him confused with Planter's Peanut.
All right. Oh man, that's so racist of you.
I know.
Just like just because they're food mascots, they're all the same. I suppose Mrs. Buttersworth is no better than Chef Boyardee to you.
Not really. Yeah.
Oh man.
Were you the one who once told me a story about Mrs. Buttersworth?
I don't know.
Okay, I can't remember. Somebody told me
Did I-
Mrs. Butterworth.
Did I get my dick stuck in the bottle?
Maybe it was that.
No, that wasn't me.
Or was it Aunt Jemima? Something about racism. I don't know.
Those both do seem like they're racist characters.
Well, especially Aunt Jemima.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I loved Mrs. Buttersworth.
Yeah.
I thought the bottles were awesome.
Sure. It's shaped like a lady.
Yeah. It's
Who
pretty
doesn't
cool.
like that?
Right? I like lady shapes.
Me too.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite natural occurring shapes.
Same. Frank.
Yeah.
So, how do we talk about this movie?
This is a very strange, unique film.
Yes, it is.
I didn't expect it to be so funny.
I did not either. I actually expected it to be somewhat depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't. I mean, it has...
A little towards the end.
Yeah,
but
it has its moments,
Yeah.
but it's it's a comedy.
definitely a comedy. Definitely a straight up comedy.
Yeah.
Which makes some sense,
Mm-hmm.
as this is very, very loosely based off of an actual comedic character.
Okay. I did not know. I saw it was based... Is this the first movie we've ever reviewed that's based on a newspaper article?
Maybe?
Because I saw that at the end and I was like, what?
Right.
Was it like in The Onion?
No. Okay. So I did have to do a little bit of research, just so that I would have my facts straight.
As we do.
As I figured we might talk about this. But I will also tell you that I'm probably going to get some things wrong here. But there was a British comedian by the name of Chris Seavey, who was part of a kind of a punk band in the 70s called the Fleshies.
Okay.
He quit that band and focused on his comedy, I guess, and created this character called Frank Sidebottom, who basically had like the giant paper mache
Right.
and wore suits, or just basically 50s style clothing.
Right, yeah.
And was also the character was in a band and was an aspiring pop artist and was basically just crazy. Also apparently family friendly and relatively popular in England.
Really?
Yeah.
Frank Sidebottom.
Frank Sidebottom. And I guess the writer of the article and also one of the co-writers of this movie was in his band.
Okay.
And so this is sort of loosely based on his experiences in the band.
Really?
Yeah.
Is the guy that played Frank still alive?
He is not.
Oh.
He passed away in 2010. Died of cancer.
Aw.
But he was, I guess, helping to make this movie.
Oh, okay.
So-
Okay, so he knew about it.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
And again, it's very fictionalized. It's a fictionalized version of a fictionalized character.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there, you know, something kind of felt Charlie Kaufman-esque about this movie.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Just like that sort of what is real and what isn't. And like, what does it matter? You know?
Right.
You know?
So, I mean, I think knowing that basic, bit of information, I think you can probably figure out what was real and what wasn't.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. Wow.
So this movie is while it is mostly about that, it's also about a musician from somewhere in England.
Yeah.
Who gets sort of a lucky break.
Yeah. Everybody's dream is to, like, just, you know, it's like Henry Rollins was working at a Haagen-Dazs and Black Flag was like, hey, you want to go tour with us?
Kinda.
It's kind of the same thing, you know?
Pretty much. Exactly the same thing.
Yeah. And then, like, basically he's your, your main character, I guess.
He's the one we see everything through.
It's his point of view, and he's sort of, he's sort of like the audience.
Right.
Because, he's like, this is crazy, but, you sort of follow him through the movie, and as he starts playing with these weird people. And
and they are weird.
They're very strange.
They're a bunch of weirdos.
Very strange. But not in a, like, I mean, they're very believably strange.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I've seen this band play live. Maybe one of them may have been one of my roommates at one time,
Ooh. It's time to play Who's the Roommate game.
Well, it wasn't Frank.
Clara?
Yes. Good guess.
It's all your stab wounds.
Right?
That really gives that away.
Yeah. Let's talk about Claire for a second.
Alrighty.
She's a great character.
Uh-huh.
I honestly, and I like Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh, yeah.
I really do.
I do as well.
But I wish she was not in this movie. Because every other person in this entire movie, other than at the very end, I didn't recognize them, so it was like really helped.
Oh, okay. I get you. Right.
Like when there's like one person, you're like, oh, there's that famous actor or actress.
Sure.
You're like, that means I'm watching a movie. But like, other than that, I didn't recognize anybody, and I think I would have helped maybe build up the, facade.
The drama.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
I find that in a lot of movies, actually.
Yeah.
It is always... Okay, I think I've even mentioned this movie before. Funny Games.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's a German movie, and I watched it. It's a terrible movie. But then for some reason I decided to watch the American remake. Mm-hmm. And the American remake had Naomi Watts and Tim Roth in it.
Oh, right.
And so the entire time I'm watching it, I was like, well, that's Tim Roth and that's Naomi Watts.
Yeah.
When I watched the German version, I didn't know who the hell any of those people were.
Right, yeah.
So while it's a terrible movie, I at least bought into it a little bit more.
Yeah, you can sort of, let let your
imagination take
Right. Yeah, but and she's great in this movie. Maggie Gyllenhaal is awesome.
She plays a very convincing psycho.
Yeah. She's it's very well done. But I wish it was somebody I'd never seen before.
I see your point. I did recognize one other character, one of the actors in this movie. Mm-hmm. The guy that played the manager, Don.
Oh, okay.
He's been in a ton of stuff. He was in the movie Monsters, and he is he was in the movie Killing Them Softly with Brad Pitt.
Okay. I haven't seen either.
Scoot McNairy is the guy's name.
That's a great name.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
He will be in Batman v Superman v Roe v Wade v Kramer v Kramer. Dawn of Justice. Coming out soon. I believe he plays a Legolas Jimmy Olsen.
Oh. Okay. Well, he was great in this film.
Oh, yeah, he was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a fine actor. It's too bad that he's going to be playing a legless Jimmy Olsen.
Yes.
If the rumors are true.
Well, they've got to reinvent the character somehow.
Sure. They already reinvented Superman as an inadvertent mass murderer, so let's go nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. For a second, I thought this was the Stupid Sexy podcast, and it was time for me to bitch about Superman and Batman.
Oh, that's right. It happens.
Or at least their movie versions.
Yeah, I tried to watch that Superman movie, and I just could not do it.
Yeah, it's not great.
No. I didn't even make it through the whole thing, which is, that's saying something.
Yeah.
But no, Frank is awesome.
It's a fantastic movie.
I actually kind of really want to watch it again tomorrow night.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's very strange, but not in a, like, art house way, in a just, like, it's just odd, but in a fun, quirky kind of, I like a Coen Brothers, Charlie Kaufman, Wes Anderson kind of way.
Yeah, I buy that. It never felt pretentious to me at all. Weird and quirky and at times hilarious.
Oh yeah, very, very much so. I cracked up quite a few times. I like towards the end, it gets a little dramatic and serious, but after all the jokes that they hit you with early on, you take it in stride. You're like, okay, that's fine.
Uh-huh.
You deserve to make a hard-hitting emotional point here because you've cracked us up for an hour.
Yeah, they earned some goodwill.
That's right. Yeah.
So basically, the majority of the story is our lead character basically trapped in Ireland with his new band that hates him,
Except for the singer.
except for Frank.
Yeah. Frank kind of reminds me of the flaming carrot or the tick. Just kind of like, he doesn't quite, he's kind of like excited by the dumb things in life.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Like the little things that people just ignore and take for granted. Yeah. He's like sort of fascinated with.
Yeah, very much so. He's very tick-like.
Right?
Fascinated with the little things and not afraid to just say whatever the hell is on his mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a big part of it, too.
Even when the things on his mind are just dumb little things.
Right.
So then throughout the movie, our lead character keeps posting videos and progress updates on their album recording, which is taking way the hell too long.
Yeah.
As apparently does happen with bands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody knows who this band is. They're,
Right.
like, not big.
Oh, yeah. And they don't have a pronounceable name.
No. They've said it like 2 or 3 times in the movie, and it's different. Yeah.
It's like sword verbs.
Yeah. which is awesome.
And eventually they get popular enough that they are invited to play at South by Southwest.
Yeah.
Which is, I believe, happening right now.
Is it really? I know
Yeah.
it's coming up because a friend of mine's son's girlfriend is in a band that's playing there. So I'm basically right in there.
Yeah.
I should have, if I knock on the door, I should be able to get like backstage passes.
Would you even go to South by Southwest?
No.
Me neither.
No.
Even just the glimpse of it that we got
Yeah.
from this movie was enough to...
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I love most of the bands there, but I couldn't stand to be in a crowd that big.
Not at all. And it'd be like it's going to Comic-Con or something.
Yeah. Just assholes and elbows.
Yep. Mostly assholes, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And so they wind up in America and things fall apart. pretty quick.
Yeah, as is wont to happen in America.
Yeah. And then also, there's a death, which affects the band a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. And then we've been building, up to this point, Frank with his goofiness and his charm and his giant, plaster head.
Yeah.
This sort of weird confidence. And then the minute they hit America, it just kind of goes to shit.
Yeah, right.
And that's when things take a dramatic turn.
He loses his head.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're maybe bad at this, but because we've only done this 296 times to give us some slack. Yeah, none of the band has seen him without his mask on. I guess that's kind of important. He's always wearing the mask. The audience, we only see him with the mask on.
Yep.
There's a couple of times where you think you're about to see him without the mask, but something funny happens and you don't. It's pretty well done. It's pretty darn well done.
Yeah. And so we were talking about recognizable actors, and then obviously Maggie Gyllenhaal is like the main one throughout the movie. But Frank is played by a very recognizable actor. Mm-hmm. But we never see him.
Right.
Because that's the character of Frank.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he is played by Michael Fassbender.
Yeah, that's his body.
Of Magneto fame.
Yes.
And Inglourious Bastards and
Prometheus
and Shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry to bring up that too.
Yeah. Yeah, we made it through that one too.
Yeah, we did.
But I really liked this movie.
I did as well.
Like about 100 times more than I expected to.
I was hoping I was going to like it, and it certainly paid off. And I just, like I said, I thought it might get like super, super depressing, and I was not prepared for that. But luckily, it really didn't.
Yeah,
it gets a little down, but it still keeps a comic sensibility balance.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to describe though, other than I mean, it is an awesome sort of Spinal Tap-ish kind of thing there for a while in the beginning, where you're watching this band do their thing, and it's kind of like an exaggeration of a lot of weird, quirky indie music bands. Like I've seen bands like that play live.
So have I.
They just sound like incoherent and bizarre, and
lots of keyboards and theremins.
Yeah, I saw a band play in a basement. One of my friends' bands, and they had a theremin.
Oh, yeah. I saw a band with a theremin and a keyboard, a Moog.
Oh, nice.
It was a drummer, bass player, theremin, Moog, and singer. And they were playing at like one of those like boys and girls clubs.
Oh, right. Yeah. American Legion or whatever.
Something like that, yeah.
Did anybody have like a paper mache head?
No, nobody did. But the keyboardist sang one of the songs, and she sung it in French.
Oh, see, that's pretty weird.
Yeah.
It's quirky. Yeah, that's another thing, because, again, bad at this.
Yeah.
We should have mentioned that Maggie Gyllenhaal doesn't really want the band to break out.
No, yeah.
She just kind of wants to play in the band with Frank. And she's kind of upset by the idea that John has been secretly posting tweets and videos and
making them popular.
Yeah.
And somewhat famous.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guitar player is French.
Yeah, right.
Does not speak any English.
No.
And the drummer never says a word until like the end of the movie.
Yeah. As it should be. Drummers have nothing to say.
Yeah.
Nothing to contribute.
Nope.
I've been in plenty of bands to know.
What? Fuck, I forgot her name. Clara?
Clara.
Yeah. She's got a bit of a temper on her.
Oh, yes.
Because we kind of mentioned it. The movie starts with the kid getting this opportunity to play with the band. That comes when the original keyboardist tries to drown himself.
Right.
And he just sort of happens to be there to witness it. And just offhandedly mentions that he plays keyboards, and then they invite him to play.
Yeah.
And then forgot that they invited him to play.
Yeah. It's very, very realistic.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that happens.
And it leads to just some great awkward scenes.
No. Oh, yeah.
And just awesome. But yeah, and from the jump we see Maggie Gyllenhaal basically lose her shit at every possible instance.
She's so good in this movie.
She is fantastic.
Yeah. Like, that's the only thing that makes me sort of, like, accepting of her, sort of taking me out of the movie. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Because she's so good. She's so good. But, man, yeah, this movie was pretty excellent.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever seen a movie quite like it.
I can't say that I have either. And I would say that that's mostly a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen movies where I'm like, well, I've never seen a movie like this before. That was terrible.
Yeah, right.
So it's nice to see one where I can say that and not say that it's terrible.
Yeah. Did you find anything about this movie that you thought was unsettling or could have been better? Or like I can't. Like, I have no problems with this movie.
I don't either. I think you did the Maggie Gyllenhaal thing. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
And I think it would have been, if they could have found an unknown actress
to pull it off,
who was just as good,
yeah,
then I would have been into it more. But even still, totally fine with it.
Yeah, she was great. It was, I kind of want to buy the soundtrack. Because that music is ridiculous. Like, there's a scene sort of like midway or at, 3/4 the way through the movie where Frank sort of writes an impromptu song in a hotel room. His most accessible song ever. His most popular, is that what he says?
Most likable.
Most likable, that's what it was. That was amazing.
Yep.
It's worth watching just for the music in this movie. Like, and I genuinely thought you might hate it, like, when, like, 30 seconds in, the main character is like, singing out loud.
Yeah.
I was like, uh-oh, Eric's not gonna like this.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned this before, while it is true, I do not like musicals, and I am very uncomfortable with people singing. I'm okay in a movie when people sing, when it is actually part of...
Right, the story.
Right.
I didn't realize this movie had anything to do with a musical group.
Oh, okay.
Like, all I knew about it was Fassbender with a fake head.
Okay.
And then, so when this kid started singing at the beginning, I was like, is this gonna play into the story at all? Like, is this just weird? What is this?
I was prepared.
Okay.
And knew that it was about a band, so, I'm okay with that.
Right.
Just like I'm okay, with, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, when they gotta get to the big concert at the end.
Right.
I know that there's gonna be music playing.
Well, yeah, sure.
Because that is the plot of it.
Yeah.
Because they gotta save the world. I think this movie is just like that.
It is. It's just like that one. It's so derivative of Alex, what's his name? No, is that his name? Alex Winter?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of Edgar Winter. I was like, no, that's a different guy. Okay. No, yeah. Wow. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, I would recommend this to anyone who enjoys comedy, enjoys weird things. Maybe even at some point in time had some sort of musical experience in their life.
Yeah, if you've been in an odd band that didn't really get along with each other, you'd probably appreciate this movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or if you ever wound up living with someone who was just unbearable.
Or that guy, that always wore that fake head for like 20 years.
Right?
If you knew that guy.
I mean, we've all had that guy.
Yeah, that's the reason we watched it. That's why I stopped when I learned that Fassbender was just wearing this mask. I was like, I don't need to know anything else. I know I'm going to relate because of all those paper mache friends I've had.
Sure. Alright, so Frank. Good stuff.
Pretty great. Yeah.
It's on Netflix. Go watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Want to take a break?
Yeah.
I have no idea what music I'm playing here, but it probably won't be something from the...
Oh, I wish it was.
We'll be back.
When I'm lying in my bed at night, I don't wanna grow up. Nothing ever seems to turn out right, and I don't wanna grow up. How do you move in a world with fog that's always changing things? Makes me wish that I could be a dog. When I see the price that you pay, I don't wanna grow up. I don't ever wanna be that way, and I don't wanna grow up. Seems that folks turn into things that they never want. The only thing to live for is today. I'm gonna put a hole in my TV set. I don't wanna grow up. Open up the medicine chest. I don't wanna grow up. I don't wanna have to shout it out. I don't want my head to fall out. I don't wanna be filled with doubt. I don't wanna be a good Boy Scout. I don't wanna have to learn to count. I don't want the biggest amount. No, I don't want to grow up. When I see my parents fight, I don't wanna grow up. They all go out and drinking all night, and I don't wanna grow up. I'd rather stay here in my room, nothing out there but sand and glue. I don't wanna live in a big old tomb on Green Street. When I see the 5 o'clock news, I don't wanna grow up. Comb their hair and shine their shoes, I don't wanna grow up. Stay around in my old hometown, I don't wanna put no money down. I don't wanna get me a big old loan, burn them fingers to the bone. I don't wanna float on a broom, fall in love, get married and move. How the hell did I get it so soon? No, I don't want to grow up.
Hey, welcome back to Gutter Trash.
Howdy.
What's up, buddy?
Not anything good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. That's too bad.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do, people? If life shits on you, you just put up an umbrella.
I guess so. I don't own an umbrella.
See, there's your problem. And you want a sturdy one that repels not just water, but shit.
Right. I guess I should just go to Target tomorrow and find a shit repellent umbrella.
I'm sure they have them. Yeah.
They might. They've got everything.
And they're probably in, very stylish designs.
Sure.
Yeah. Because they're hip there.
Sure.
Target.
They are. That's Target.
This isn't Kmart we're talking about.
Oh, heck no.
No.
Do you know who shops at Target? Attractive women.
Yeah.
You know who works at Target? Attractive women.
Yeah? Huh.
Go to a Target. You're going to find attractive women.
Really? Okay. Neat.
Yep.
I just like every time I go to Target, there's those giant red balls outside.
Uh-huh.
And it always reminds me of The Prisoner, the Rovers.
You're talking about the one that's on Feedwire Road?
I've been to like 3 of them and they're all like that.
I only know the one.
On Feedwire?
Yeah.
I've seen another one too. I forget
Alright.
which one, but
I've never seen it anywhere else.
yeah, the one nearest to us, has the giant red balls for sure.
And yes, there is a road near us called Feedwire.
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
Isn't that a creepy name?
It's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah. It
Feedwire. It sounds like
brings up mental images that I'm not a fan of.
that would be a good name for like a kind of a
shitty
crust punk band. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Feedwire, we're Feedwire. We opened for Buzz Oven. So yeah, growing my hair.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we're getting our hairs long.
Yeah, we are. We both recently shaved.
Yeah, we did.
Although I knew when to stop, and you didn't.
Yeah, because you kept the goatee.
Yep.
And your goatee's looking nice.
Yeah.
It's kind of full. Yeah. I just shaved my whole face off.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's always weird.
Have you seen me since I shaved? Is this the first time you've seen me since I shaved?
You're clean shaven. That's
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I shaved this afternoon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I've got a date night tomorrow. So I'm pretty for my lady.
Aw, that's cool. Yeah. My date night's not for a couple days.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll grow my beard back by then.
Right. Could happen.
Yeah. I'm pretty manly.
That's true.
Yeah.
Anything that this show has taught us.
Yeah. That we are men.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So speaking of men, I met one I'd never met before the other night.
All right.
I met Scott McCloud.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, that's that guy.
Of Zot and
Zot.
Understanding Comics. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not a big fan of Understanding Comics?
I understand comics just fun. I didn't need a book. I have been reading them for well more than 20-some years.
All right. Well, I'm sure there's...
You got a pretty good grasp on how to do that.
They read right to left. Is that correct?
No.
I was trying to get
Well, depends.
Oh. On which country of origin?
Yeah.
And I understand comics pretty well as well, but there's definitely things in there that it made me think about comics differently when I read them. Just about some of the, the lack of detail or the addition of detail or just the passage of time, things that, you don't really necessarily need to think about in order to read a comic.
Right.
But it kind of makes it a little more, not just a subconscious understanding, but it makes you kind of think about the things that work better.
Right. The only times I ever really think about it is when I'm reading a comic and I'm like, oh, the people who made this clearly need to read that book. Mark Miller.
Right. Or like, yeah, if the panels are confusing or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I got nothing against understanding comics or anything like that. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a legendary comic figure for a good reason.
He's hilarious too.
Yeah.
But yeah, he spoke at the Wittenberg University, and
I don't know where that is.
It's in Springfield. That's 30 miles from here.
I don't know where that is.
It's not too far. And same city I saw Stan Lee speak about 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was better?
Surprisingly, Scott McCloud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, who would have thought?
Yeah.
Although Stan Lee's was pretty funny and memorable and sweet and heartwarming.
Right.
But Scott McCloud's was...
But also built on lies and blood.
Yes. And Jack Kirby's, money.
Soul and dignity.
Right. Other than that, though, it was peachy, yeah. No.
Well, hey, at least it wasn't Bob Kane.
Right? See? No,
Bob Kane, who screwed everybody who came into contact with him. Even Jerry Schuster and Joe Siegel, even though he never worked with them.
Yeah, he's kind of the villain of the comic book world. Yeah.
With good reason. Stan Lee, maybe not so much a villain, but just doesn't give a fuck.
He's just kind of a jackass.
Yeah.
But he's awesome. I love him.
Oh, yeah, he's a very charismatic jackass.
Yeah.
As a lot of jackasses tend to be.
Right? Yeah.
Matt Brassford.
We love Matt Brassford.
Scott McCloud.
Scott McCloud, yeah. So got to see him speak. He gave what might be the most interesting PowerPoint on the planet Earth, because it's like 300 images and it's all like so well put together that he's changing it without looking at the screen. He's memorized all this, and
right.
as he speaks, and like when he cues certain words, he clicks the image, and it's sometimes brilliant, sometimes hilarious. I mean, it's just great.
Right.
Yeah, he did a great job. And it was free, which was cool.
That is cool. Free is always good.
I didn't realize it was going to be free, but I was prepared to shell out some cash. But and then after he did the talk, which was about an hour, he signed books in the hall for as long as people were there.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did you get anything signed?
I did not, but my
That
friend
was your problem.
my friend Neil did.
Oh, okay.
He took his copy of Understanding Comics, and I thought about taking mine, but I opened up the front cover because I was looking. I've got his 3 sort of books about comics,
Right.
reinventing and making comics as well as Understanding, and Understanding is definitely my favorite. So I was going to take that, and I opened it up. I was just kind of flipping through when I was at the house. And I noticed between the inside front cover and the first page, there was like a squished bug.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, it was tiny. I was like, I'll just wipe this thing out. It was like a gnat, but I mean, it's clearly a bug.
Yeah.
And so I tried wiping it out, and there was just always some juice like stuck in there. And I was like, I'm just going to leave this at home. I'm not going to take this.
You should have taken it.
But
It
nah.
would have been fine.
I mean, yeah, he was nice enough that I'm sure he wouldn't have cared, but I did say hi to him, and
Why didn't you just go buy his new book?
because I was like, I will buy that at Mavericks where I can get a super deal on it, and the next day I tried to order it, and Diamond is already sold out. So that was funny. Oh, good one, Universe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. And it was like a packed crowd too. It was like sold out.
Nice.
Even though there was
It was
no
free,
money.
right,
Yeah. But it was like not in a super huge place, so it wasn't an insane crowd. It was just, it was like kind of like a small theater, maybe like a dollar theater kind of thing
yeah.
as far as the crowd. But yeah, it was cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I highly recommend seeing him on his tour. I think he's going to be in France next, or Australia, so yeah. Most of our listeners probably are not there.
Nope.
I think they're mostly from the North Carolina or Dayton, Ohio area.
That seems to be the 2 biggest regions.
Our
for us.
demographics.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was basically my fun for the week.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had any.
Oh.
Stepped in cat vomit yesterday.
See, now that's fun.
Yeah, was at my parents' house. Luckily doing laundry. And at 8 o'clock, I moved from the family room to the living room to watch The Flash. And so I was going to draw while I was there, and I set my bag down, I set my cup of water down, and I took a step to sit on the couch, and it was squishy, and my foot slipped, and my mom was in the room, and I was like, oh, shit. And she's like, what? I was like, I just stepped in cat vomit. And we turned on the lights, and there was so much cat vomit.
Oh.
And it also was all over the couch as well, because the perpetrator was sitting on the couch and decided to basically dive bomb the floor with his vomit.
Wow. Oh, I hope he's okay.
Oh yeah, this is a daily thing for those cats, and so much so that whenever I'm over there, like, it's just a given.
Mm-hmm.
Do a scan.
Okay, you're right.
Look for the cat vomit.
But you didn't.
I did not.
Ah.
The one time I do not.
But at least you were doing laundry, so you had clean socks.
Yeah, I took off my socks and then threw them in the washer and had a clean pair ready to go. So
if it had to happen,
yeah,
that was a good
it was
time.
the best time
Right,
for
yeah.
that to happen. Not that it was the best time for that to happen ever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, those cats have been there like 12 years, and I have managed to avoid that for this long.
Oh, that's pretty good, though.
know?
That's a pretty good track record.
Yeah, but still, the dreaded day arrived, and my foot was in cat vomit.
It's too bad.
Fantastic. fantastic.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Speaking of Gyllenhaals, I watched a movie with the Jake Gyllenhaal last week.
Maggie's brother.
Maggie's brother. Not going to work on Maggie's farm no more.
No.
Watched a movie called Nightcrawler, which is not about the X-Men.
I wanted it to be about the X-Men.
We all wanted it to be about the X-Men. It is not, sadly. But he, while a recognizable, famous person, is virtually unrecognizable in that movie.
Oh.
As he is mostly just sleaze incarnate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he pulls it off?
Yeah. It's a very good movie, but it is a very uncomfortable and gross movie as well.
Right. Yeah, he's great.
Highly recommend it.
I like Jake.
Oh, he's fantastic in it as well. As just the worst sociopath that has ever been put on a screen.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's high praise. That's high praise.
Yep.
I mean, as far as an acting ability goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Just mostly working and watching things. That's pretty much all I do anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. My lady has been on vacation or working the days when she should not be working. And so she and I have not really been able to get together at all.
Bad lady.
For like the last 2 weeks.
Not good.
Yeah. We did meet up for an hour at like 4 a.m. on Monday to have breakfast, and that was pretty much the only time we were able to hang out.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And when she suggested that, she said, "Hey, let's have breakfast at 4 a.m." I said, "Okay." She said, "Where?" I said, "Waffle House," because that's practically the only thing that's open.
Right.
And she said, "Well, if we can find someplace else, that would be great." And so I did a lot of research, and we eventually settled on Waffle House because that is the only thing that was open.
Really? No Perkins?
She did not want to drive all the way out to the Perkins.
Yeah.
It was not very convenient for her. I suggested the Hasty Tasty because they open at 5.
Yeah.
That would have been plenty of time. Her coworkers vetoed that.
Oh, they were going to go too?
Huh?
They were going as well?
No.
Oh, they just told her no.
Yeah.
How about Steak and Shake? Is that 24?
Steak and Shake is 24 hours. I've never had their breakfast.
It's pretty good.
We didn't really trust it, so.
Yeah, I like their silver dollar hash browns.
Okay.
Those are good.
But,
they're a little crunchy because, they're made out of silver dollars.
Sure.
But other than that.
I mean, I would probably rather just take those with me and spend them somewhere.
Right.
Because they're silver dollars.
Yeah. Right. That makes sense.
But tomorrow we're going to go out. She finally has a day off. And we're going to go see a movie at the Neon.
Oh?
Yeah.
What we do in the shadows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Yeah, somebody brought a poster in to hang up at Mavericks that I didn't realize it was playing there until I saw that poster.
Nice.
That looks like a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it looks pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping it will be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my girlfriend Neil invited me to see the same film next Monday.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that I'll go because I'm afraid of the theater.
Right.
But if there's I don't know how early the Neon opens, but if it's at like 10 a.m., which I don't think it is.
Usually not. I think noonish.
Yeah.
Noon on a Monday, though.
That's probably not too bad.
Right.
Yeah. Huh. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because I really like to see that as well.
Right. Yeah. I got nothing else going on.
Nothing else going on.
Oh, just I draw when I can, and I sleep when I can.
Yeah.
I try to stay alive when I can.
Yeah. Try to stay alive. That's all we can do.
I guess so. It's hard sometimes.
It's hard to stay alive.
Yeah. It's hard to want to stay alive.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why I take anti-suicide pills.
Well, I can't afford to take my anti-suicide pills.
Ah.
I can't really afford much of anything anymore soon.
I could split my anti-suicide pills with you, but then we might not either one be getting enough of them.
Right, yeah.
And that's not good for the future of the show.
Yeah, really, it's not. I think I can make it. So I think you might need them a little more than I do at this point.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would feel better if you just kept taking all of them.
Okay. Yeah. All of them, like all at once, just tonight before I go to bed.
As prescribed.
Oh, that's prescribed.
Yeah.
Because I consider that too.
Oh, sure.
It's like,
right.
if these make me feel good one at a time,
Right.
imagine all 70 at once. How great I would feel for that brief fading moment
Yeah.
before I am extinguished.
Yes. Don't do that.
No, I don't think I will.
And I will try to use pure willpower to not do that as well.
Well, your willpower may be as strong as my pills.
Let's hope.
Yeah, I do. I do hope so.
Uh,
Well, are you willing to read a comic book?
that might keep me alive for another
Okay.
week.
Yeah. Well, I hope so because I read one and I'd like to share it with you and talk about it.
All right.
And it's by the only quality publisher of comics on the planet Earth, Marvel Comics.
Okay.
It is Silver Surfer, New Dawn,
Okay.
the first trade in the current series
Nice.
by Dan Slott and Mike Allred.
Mikey Allred.
We were just talking about him earlier.
We were, because a long time ago we reviewed iZombie.
We were down before it was cool.
Yeah. And just yesterday, as we record this, the television program adaptation of iZombie premiered.
Complete with Mike Allred intro.
Indeed. There's an animated credit sequence
It's pretty
that,
cool.
that Mike Allred did.
It moved a little fast for me, like because
Oh,
there's,
sure.
there's some panels that you're supposed to read, and I was like,
Not too much, though.
yeah,
It's not that
they
bad.
could have slowed it up.
A little bit. You just wanted to stare at Mike
I
Allred
do.
arts.
I could do it all night
Yeah,
long.
it's pretty great.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I am super looking forward to
You're down.
to-
You haven't read that yet.
I've read some of it.
Okay.
But not all of it yet.
Okay. Cool.
I may have misplaced an issue or two.
Wow. As one does.
It happens. All right. Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Groovy.
Yeah.
King 10.
What?
Let's gleam some cubes.
Oh, yeah. That's a skateboard thing.
Oh.
Um,
Grind the rail.
Yeah. That's it. That's what they do.
Curl
Point Break.
the brake. Johnny Utah.
Yeah, what does Johnny Utah say? He's like, I caught my first wave this morning.
I don't know, because that movie's
Sir.
fucking awful.
I love that movie.
I know you do.
Oh. They're not gonna remake it though? Is that what happened?
I don't know.
Because I thought it was supposed to be out, like, by now.
Maybe it's,
They thought better of it.
I don't know. Maybe it's taking the same path that the other Patrick Swayze remake took, Red Dawn, and will just forever languish in on the shelf
Right.
for years and years until they finally decide to release it. I'm not sure. Actually, I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah.
I remember someone was attached, and then like shortly after, they were no longer attached. So who knows what happened?
Well, I hope it happens.
Yeah.
If nothing else, maybe people are like, what's this based on? And watch that classic movie from the early 90s.
Terrible.
Is it early 90s? Late 80s.
Late 80s.
Late 80s,
I
yeah.
would say like 89, 90.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's right on the cusp.
Yeah.
It's when it's right on that point where Anthony Kiedis thought, maybe I should be an actor.
Right?
So it's right there,
Sure.
wherever that was.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was before The Chase,
Yeah.
which both Flea and Anthony Kiedis were in.
Yeah.
And hey, if you want to see a good Keanu Reeves movie, I highly recommend the movie John Wick.
Oh?
Yeah. It is very good. He is terrible in it, but it is a very good movie.
The movie makes up for it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, it does.
Okay. I might check that out.
And you don't have to deal with Gary Busey in it as well.
Oh, see, I love Gary Busey. At least that era of Gary Busey. He's kind of off-putting these days, but
He's always been off-putting,
but
even before the accident.
in a likable way.
Okay.
Did he have an accident?
Huh?
Did
Oh,
he-
yeah.
Oh.
He had a motorcycle accident. Wasn't wearing a helmet. Fucked him up.
Oh, really?
That's pretty much why he is the way he is now.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that.
Shortly after the Buddy Holly story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
And even if you go watch the Buddy Holly story, it's still off-putting.
Yeah. Yeah, I've tried watching that one.
All right, then.
Silver Surfer.
Looking forward to it.
Cool.
Good night. Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. You can subscribe to the show from guttertrash.net or from iTunes and leave us a review. Visit guttertrash.net for email information, links to our Facebook and Twitter pages, and for other podcasts and websites in the Gutter Trash Network. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.